lecture, we were discuss about theory part of regression. Now let us start examples, that means practical questions related to regression. Let us start. Let us start with this question. The two regression lines are perpendicular to each other. Hence, correlation between them is, see, if two regression lines are perpendicular to each other, like this, or you can say like this, means there is a 90-degree. And if there is a 90-degree, then what is the correlation between them? Any of you know the answer of this question?
0.
Yeah, you are absolutely right, 0. There is no correlation when two lines are perpendicular. And do you know, if R equal to, there is a perfect correlation, plus or minus 1, in that case, what is the situation regarding two regression lines?
Lines are coincide.
Coincide. You are absolutely right. Perfect. And that is a property that we already discussed in our last lecture. Correct. Next question. The correlation coefficient, that means R, is the geometric mean of, R is the geometric mean of, what is the answer?
BXY and BYX.
Correct. Regression coefficient, BXY and BYX. Regression coefficient. So you can say that correlation coefficient is the geometric mean of regression coefficient. Absolutely right. Next, the greater angle between the regression line, the greater angle between the regression line, the that's the correlation between the variable.
Lesser.
Less.
Sir, you are right, lesser. So if there is a plus or minus 1, then there is a no degree, means two lines are coincide. Here you can say that 90-degree, then R is equal to 0. So if R equal to 0, then we have this situation, 90-degree. Okay, next question. The regression equation of y on x is this, and that of x on y is this. And correlation between x and y, that means R equal to 0.1, then find out the value of B. Any of you
Zero.
know this question?
0.02. 0.
Okay, can you tell me the procedure for that? How can you obtain the answer 0.02? That is the question. The answer is given here, but the question is how to obtain that answer. What is the justification? How can you prove that? Any of you know the procedure? Any of you know? Okay, so now listen. We know that the general form of regression line of y-axis is we know that the general equation of the regression line of y on x is y equal to a plus bx. So compare this y equal to a plus bx and this y equal to minus 3 plus x by 2. So you will get the value of a equal to minus 3. And what is b? What is b here?
1 by 2. 1 by 2.
That is byx. There is nothing but byx. So byx is 1 by 2. Okay, so now we know the value of dyx. Now this is the regression line of x on y. So compare that is equal to x equal to a plus by. So here small b, that means bxy is nothing but capital B. So now we have a value of bxy and byx. One is 1 by 2, other one is capital B. And correlation is given, r is given 0.1. Now you can use the property r square equal to bxy into byx, because we know that r is nothing but geometric mean of bxy and byx. So r square equal to bxy into byx. Now r is what? R is 0.1. So 0.1 square
0.01.
1. What is bxy? That is nothing but capital B. And what is byx? That is nothing but 1 by 2. Now take this 2 in another side. So we get the value of b is 0.02. That is the way to obtain the value of b for this particular question. Okay, next question. The probable change in the value of y with the unit change in the value of x can be given by, the answer is byx. Why? Because byx indicate the change in the value of y for the unit change in the value of x, and that is nothing but what? Slope. That is nothing but slope. So byx is the slope, means change in the value of y for the unit change in the value of x. We also know that two regression lines intersect each other at their means. That means x bar and y bar. That is also property. Okay, now for this question. Two regression lines are 3x equal to y and 4y equal to 3x. And standard deviation of x is 2. Then find correlation r and standard deviation of y. So we have to find out correlation and standard deviation of y, and two regression lines are given. These are two regression lines. See, in previous question, means in question number 6, we have a two regression line, but it is clearly mentioned that the first one is y on x and the second one is x on y. Here we don't know which one is x on y and which one is y on x. No doubt, one is x on y and other one is y on x. But it is not clearly mentioned which one is x on y and which one is y on x. So how to solve this question? Any of you have any idea? Any idea? Any of you have any idea about this question? Question number 9. Two regression lines are given and we have to find out the value of r, correlation and standard deviation of y. Okay, now here, because we don't know this is the regression line of x on y or y on x, you have to first of all assume this as a regression line of, you can assume anything, either x on y or y on x. So let us assume 3x equal to y is the regression line of x on y. So let us assume that 3x equal to y is the regression line of x on y, and because it is x on y, the standard form is x equal to a plus by. So convert this into x equal to. So taking 3 in another side, we get x equal to y upon 3. Now compare this. So you will get a equal to 0 because there is no constant available, and the coefficient of y is 1 upon 3. So bxy is 1 upon 3. So bxy is 1 upon 3. Now if this is the regression line of x on y, the other one must be the regression line of y on x. So second line, this 4y equal to 3x, that is default we have to consider as regression line of y on x, because first one is x on y, then other one should be y on x. And if this is the regression line of y on x, convert that into y equal to something. So dividing both the side by 4 or taking 4 in another side, we can say that y equal to 3x upon 4. Comparing that with y equal to a plus bx, we get a equal to 0, and coefficient of x is here 3 by 4, and that is nothing but byx is 3 by 4. So now we have bxy 1 by 3, we have byx 3 by 4. We know that multiplication of that this two and its square root is nothing but the value of r. So what is r here? So r equal to square root of byx into bxy. So square root of 1 by 3 into 3 by 4, and this 3 cancel, and we get square root of 1 by 4, and the answer of r equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. Now we know the property, value of r, byx and bxy all should have same sign. And we know that here bxy and byx both are positive, so our r should be positive, so we get the value of r equal to 1 by 2. Now listen, one important point. By chance, if we assume this 3x equal to y is the regression line of y on x, you can assume anything. So by chance, if we assume that as a y on x, then what will happen? Let us discuss that also. So if we assume 3x equal to y is the regression line of y on x, that means y equal to, we get 3x, and the coefficient of x is nothing but 3, that is nothing but byx. So we get byx 3. And if this is the regression line of y on x, other one must be the regression line of x on y. So here we have to convert into x equal to something. So we get x equal to 4y upon 3. X equal to 4y upon 3. So the coefficient of y is 4 by 3, that is bxy 4 by 3. So byx is 3 and bxy is 4 by 3. Now multiply these two. So 4 by 3 into 3, and 3 cancel, and we get root 4, and square root of 4 is 2, either plus 2 or minus 2. But we know that r should be lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So this indicate r cannot be more than 1. With that is a property. So this indicate our assumption is wrong assumption. And once it is wrong assumption, you require to do this thing. You have to consider another assumption, and you have to do up to this. So by chance, and this is purely depends on your luck, whether your first step means your first assumption is correct on. See, we have to assume one is x on y and another one is y on x. If your first assumption is true, then it will reduce your work. But there is no any criteria to decide without doing calculation which one is x on y and which one is y on x according to the exam point of view. There is one shortcut, but we are not going to discuss that shortcut right now. Okay. Now, once we have value of r, now you can use formula of byx or bxy. You can use any of the formula byx or bxy, and you get the value of standard deviation of y. So let us start with that. So byx is nothing but what? R into sy upon sx. What is byx here? Byx is 3 by 4. R 1 by 2. Standard deviation of y is unknown, but standard deviation of x is given in the question 2. So let us put standard deviation of x is 2. So what we get? 3 by 4 equal to sy upon 4, and you can cancel this 4. So we get standard deviation of y equal to 3. So standard deviation of y equal to 3, and correlation is 1 by 2. 1 by 2, that is nothing but what? 0.5. So we have a value of r and standard deviation of y. So this is very important question exam point of view, and this question number 6 is also very important question. Okay, the remaining questions are as a theory important question, and this are practical question you can consider 6 and 9. Okay, now let us start another question. See question number 10. Using the formula bxy equal to this formula is already given, find the two regression lines. So x and y are given, and how to find out this byx and bxy, you know it very well because it is nothing but one of the example of your 12th standard. So we are not going to discuss that one. You can consider that is your homework, and if you find any difficulty we will discuss your doubts in our next lecture. You can consider this is your homework. Okay, see, it is not necessary to do the homework. No one is going to verify or verify whether you have done your homework or not. But definitely, if you have any problem in homework, I will solve that problem in our next lecture. Similarly, this question. Now there is no condition. You can use any of the formula to find out the regression line. So this also you can consider as homework. It is very simple question. How to solve this question, that we will discuss in this question number 12. Let us do question number 12. Let us start. See, what is the difference between question number 11 and 12? Only just one difference. Here x and y are given, but values are slight higher than this all values. So our first step, reduce the values. Now, any of you know how to reduce these values? How to reduce these values? What is the process? What to do?
Least square method.
No, that is how to,
Assumed mean.
correct. You are right. You have to convert this x and y into new variable. Which variable? U and v.
U and V.
Yeah. You can write u equal to x minus a, and you can divide. If all values are divisible by one fixed value, you can divide it. Otherwise, skip that as it is, put that as it is, and y minus capital B. And here also all values are not divisible by a single value, so you can just simply write u equal to x minus a and v equal to y minus b, and a and b you can assume any value of a and b. Can you know which one is the better value for x? Which one is
Middle
the
value.
middle value is the better one? But see here, all these, yes, you are absolutely right. All these values are in a ascending order, and that they follow one particular pattern. So it's better to subtract this middle value 52. So subtracting 52, what we get here? Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, then 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we get a different values of u. Now see, in different values of y, they are not in a one particular pattern. So here there is middle value. There is no such thing like middle value 95 here. So what you require to do, you can subtract anything, whatever you want to like to subtract. You can, you have a freedom for that one. You can subtract 100, you can subtract 110. See, observe all these values and subtract one value which is very nearer to, or you can say that middle value. But middle value in which sense? The highest value and lowest value, add that 2 and divide by 2. But it's better, instead of that it's better to subtract 1, so that your calculation will reduce or the chances of error will reduce. So it's better to subtract either 100 or 110. That is most appropriate value. If you subtract 108, then what you require to do, you have to use the calculator, because every time 95 minus 108, all are not able to do that calculation orally. So you require to use calculator value, so in such a way that so we get less calculations. So 100 or 110, these are two most appropriate value according to my point of view. So what you require to do, see in question number 12. We have different values of x and different values of y. You would write like this: subtracting 52, the middle value. It's very clear here. Middle value is 52 because all values are in ascending order. So here we'll get -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get total 0. And subtracting 100 here, you can subtract any another value, no question at all. But I think 100 is most appropriate value to reduce my calculation of subtraction. So 98 minus 100, I will get direct answer minus 200 minus 100, 0, 88 minus 100, minus 12, 102 minus 102, here we get minus 5, here we get 25, 20, 10 and 25. And add this value, we get 63. Now take square, use square. So use square. So square of this minus 4 square is 16, then 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, 9, 16. Total is 60. Now take square of v. Minus 4 square is 4, 0 square is 0, minus 12 square is 144, then 4, then 25, then 625, then 400, then 100, and then 625, and total of that is 1927. And u, so minus 8 into minus 4, minus 4 into minus 2, that is plus 8, minus 3 into 0, that is 0, minus 2 into minus 12, that is plus 24. Here we get minus 2, like all these other values, and add all this. So now we have different values. What is this? This is nothing but summation of u. This is summation of v. This is summation of u square. This is summation of v square. And this is summation of u and v. And we have total 9 observations, so our n is 9. Better to find out first of all x bar and y bar. There are two ways to calculate x bar and y bar. You can add the values of x and find out sigma x and use this formula. You will get x bar. But I don't want to waste my time to calculate sigma x. Then there is another formula of x bar. X bar equal to a plus sigma u upon n. In both the way you will get the same answer. But I don't want to waste my time to calculate the total of x. So use this formula. Our a is what? 52. Sigma u is what? 0. 0 divided by 9. Anything divided by 0 divided by anything is 0. So 52 plus 0 is 52. So our x bar is 52. And y bar, this is the formula: b plus sigma v upon n. And b is 100. Sigma v is 63. And divided by 9, that we get 7. So 100 plus 7, 107. So we have value of x bar and y bar. Once we have x bar and y bar, what you require to do? You have to start to find out regression lines. So let us start with y on x regression line. So regression line of y on x, we know the form of that: y equal to a plus bx. Here to calculate a, we require the value of b. So let us calculate first of all b. So b is nothing but what here? B by x, and we know the formula for that one, that we already discussed in our first and second lecture. And you also know that it is one of the formula of your 12th standard. So no need to waste time. You are familiar with this formula: n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v upon n sigma u square minus sigma u the whole square. Substitute all values. N is 9, sigma uv is 225, sigma u is 0, sigma v is 63. Substitute all values. We know that 0 into 63 is 0 and 0 square is 0. So we get only 9 into 225 divided by 9 into 60. So 9 and we divide by 7, the value of b. We know that it is very simple to calculate by using the calculator. So b by x is 3.79. Now let us find out the value of a. So our formula for a is equal to y bar minus b x bar. We have a value of x bar, y bar and b. So just substitute. Y bar is 107, x bar is 52 into 3.75. 52 into 3.75 is 195, and 107 minus 195 is minus 88. So now we have a value of a as well as b, and this is the standard form of equation, and just substitute. So what is y? Y equal to a is what? Minus 88 plus b is what? 3.75, keeping x as it is, and this is our regression line of y on x. And here in the question it is given that estimate the value of y for the given value of x equal to 50. See in the question, hence estimate y for x equal to 50. So just put x equal to 50, you will get the value of y. So that is the use of regression line of y on x. By using regression line of y on x, you can estimate the value of y for the given value of x. So just put x equal to 50. Simplify 50 into 3.75, 187.5, and this is minus 88. So do the calculation in calculator. You will get the value of y. That is what estimated value of y. That is 99.5. That is our estimated value of y for the given value of x equal to 50. Okay. Now another regression line. See, the actual value of y for x equal to 50 is 88. Actual value is 88, and our estimated value, this is our estimated value for x equal to 50. This is our estimated value. So you can write is a y cap. So can you able to find out the error here? What is error?
Y minus Y cap.
And the value of y is what here? 88, and y cap
88.
minus 99.5. That is the way to find out the error. Okay, now regression line of x on y. That is also very easy. How to obtain regression line of x on y? So this is a form x equal to a plus by. Here first of all let us calculate b. B is nothing but notation of that is bxy. The formula is n sigma uv minus sigma u sigma v upon n sigma v square minus sigma v the whole square. Just substitute all values, you will get the answer 0.15. And once you have a value of b, you can calculate a. Formula for a is x bar minus by bar, and put the values. So x bar is 52 minus 0.15 into 107, so it is 35.75. so now we have a value of a as well as b, so we get the regression line of x on y, that is x equal to 35.75 plus 0.15 y. This is the final answer. So it is not difficult to find out the regression line of x on y and y on x for this type of data. So you can do all these questions 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, up to 24. Up to 24 you are able to solve all these questions by yourself. Do at least 2 to 3 questions minimum. Randomly select any 2 to 3 questions and try to find out the answer by that we already and you can solve at least 2 to 3 questions. Select any 2 to 3 questions randomly and solve that. Let us start this question number 24. See the question, or better, instead of 24 let us do 25 first of all. See the question in 25, 26. We will discuss 26 later on. Let us discuss 25 first of all. The following results are obtained for a bivariate sample of 5 units. Obtain the regression lines, equation of regression lines. Now what is the difference between this question and previous question? In previous question we obtained sigma u. Here instead of x and y you can consider u and v. So sigma u, sigma v, sigma u square, sigma v square, sigma uv. Like that, sigma x, sigma y, sigma x square, sigma y square, sigma xy is given. N is given 5. And now you require to find out regression line of y on x and x on y. So if you want to find out y on x, so first of all y equal to a plus bx, and here you have to find out byx. So which formula we have to apply for this data? N sigma uv instead of uv xy minus sigma x sigma y upon n sigma x square minus sigma x the whole square. That is the simple formula to obtain byx, and once we get byx you can calculate a by using the formula y bar minus bx bar. How to find out y bar and x bar. So x bar is nothing but sigma x upon n. Sigma x upon n. Sigma x is what? Pi. Upon n is what? Pi. Pi upon pi 1. See, similarly you will get y bar 1. So once we get x bar, y bar and b, you can calculate a. So you will get the regression line of y on x. You get the value of y on x. Similarly, you can find out x on y. So this is also not difficult. You can try to solve these two questions by yourself up to this 25. You can try it by yourself. If you find any difficulty, we will discuss in our next lecture. From next lecture onwards, we will start another type of questions, and that is the main question like this table. This is the new thing compared to your 12th standard, and we need to discuss this in our next lecture. So this is enough for today. If you have any question, any doubt, ask your doubt.